Este es Ron Coney de inacomputers.com. Otro video para hoy. Another tech video, technology video. Fuck. Let's cut to the chase. It's another printer device that quit working. So I have a MFC J680DW printer scanner, and I downloaded the CD that came with it and worked fine with my laptop. But now it doesn't work. I deleted the application like it told me and reinstalled it like I said, but I can't seem to get it to take hold. This individual was using Windows 10. And these videos are getting repetitive and quite boring, but this is an all-encompassing fix that works quite often. So these videos are getting repetitive. What you're going to do is basically you're going to go into Programs and Features in Windows 10. You're going to remove all instances of the brother software for the MFC 3680DW printer. Then you're going to double check, go to Printers and Scanners, and make sure that that printer has been removed. If it's still listed in Printers and Scanners, you're going to manually remove it. Step 3, you're going to go to Run Box, type in Print UI and some variables. You're going to manually delete the driver, and now I'm going to demonstrate. I lost my second monitor, which would be my monitor for my encoder, and so the capturing of the desktop, it will work, but you'll see my encoder for a split second, but it will work. Okay, so let me transition. And alright, so the desktop. First thing you're going to do is you can right click, go to Apps and Features, or you can use Cortana. And you can also search for Brother. I don't have any Brother printer software, but just as an example, you can type in and it'll look for Brother software just to make it quicker, and it might make it easier too. Here's a tip: you might want to use the little search function when you're removing software, because in case you don't fuck up and remove software that you need. So anyways, and also it'll list only software that's with the search term Brother. Remove all instances of the software for the brother printer, the MFC J680DW. Okay, and then that's it with Apps and Features. The next step is you're going to go to Printers and Scanners. Now you can click on Home, or you can go to Cortana and type in Printers and Scanners. It's just up to you, or you can type it in here too. You could type in Printers and Scanners, it's right there, or you can go to Devices, click on Devices, and then click on Printers and Scanners. Just depends on how you want to get there. Now, I don't have that printer installed on my computer, obviously, but look for it. Look for the Brother MDC J680DW. Look for it. If it's listed, you would left click to highlight it, to select it, and then you would click on Remove Device. I've noticed with these printer removal, software removals, a lot of times it doesn't remove the printer from Printers and Scanners, and you have to remove it. I'm showing you 3 steps to properly remove a printer in Windows 10 and then reinstall. It's a tried and true procedure because it fixes a lot of the issues, and I get compensated for my 3 steps that I've figured out. It's not 100%, it doesn't always work, but it's a high percentage, or it's a decent percentage. Alright, so you would remove it from here, then you're done, that's it. Now you're going to go to Print UI, so you can right click, select Run, and then you're going to type in Print, P-R-I-N-T, UI for User Interface, and then space / S, and then space / T2. Click OK. If you typed in the command correctly, like I showed you and demonstrated, it will open up the print server properties, and it will take you automatically to the drivers tab, which is where you want to browse to. I don't have any printers, but look for the Brother MDC J680DW. If the driver is listed, what you would do is you would select it, left click to select the driver, then you would click on remove, then you're going to choose the second one, the bottom one, remove driver and driver package. I'm showing you how to manually remove the driver permanently from your computer, both the live driver, the protection driver, and also kind of like the cache version of it, which would be the driver package. It gets corrupted, especially on Windows 10. It just time and time again. Your printer will function just fine. A Windows 10 update will take it out, or it doesn't even take a Windows update. Just one day, 1 minute, 1 second, all of a sudden the driver gets corrupt. Choose the second one, click OK, click on yes. Now you're going to get this box. What you want to do is I don't want to delete the driver, but you know what I'm saying. You would click on delete. The following packages will be deleted. You would click on delete, and then it won't. So I'm not worried, but in your case, this is a printer driver. You would click delete, and then I think there might be a prompt. You have to click yes, and hopefully it removes. If it works successfully, the printer driver will no longer be listed because you deleted it. There are two possible errors you might receive. Number one is you're going to receive the driver is in use, or the printer is in use. The printer is in use. So what you want to do is you want to restart your computer. You should have been prompted to restart your computer when you went ahead and removed the software from apps and features. It'll warn you, but you know, some people don't follow through, or even me as a technician, sometimes I can get away with it without a reboot. I just don't like restarting Windows, but whatever. If you get the printer is in use error, restart your computer, go back into Print UI, and try to delete the driver. You should be able to. The removal of the printer software requires a restart, and I think I figured it out that during the restart is when the printer driver and the package gets removed. You know what I'm saying? Or it will get removed. It may not be all the printer manufacturers, but whatever. Because once in a while I've been able to manually remove the driver without a restart, but that a lot of times I can't. Okay, the second error you might receive is a false positive. It will say that the INF file was not deleted. Don't worry about that. Just ignore it. Who fucking cares? It's just an INF file. It doesn't affect anything. I don't even know if you can remove it. I don't give a fuck, because I've been able to reinstall the printer software and that's never affected anything. I was still able to fix the problem, which is the printer quit working and the software either became corrupt, or my suspicions are that most times it's the printer driver that gets corrupted. All right. That's it. I just showed you how to properly remove your printer from Windows 10. If you follow those 3 steps, including a restart, and you don't get any other errors, now what you're going to do is you're going to download. I will include a link in the description box of this YouTube video, a download link to the driver that you want for the brother printer MDC J680DW. And then what you're going to do is you're just going to reinstall the software all over again. And here's a tip: do not connect your printer until the software installation prompts you to. Don't do it. I don't care how you would want to do it. Don't hook up the USB cable yet. Don't connect wirelessly. Don't try to hook up an Ethernet cable and browse the network, and no, don't do it. You might save a lot of headaches. So the software will install, and then it'll prompt you. It'll ask you if you want to connect wirelessly or USB or maybe even Ethernet. You know what I'm saying? And then you just choose which one you're going to connect with, and then that's it. And then you might have to restart your computer. You may not. Actually, you don't. A lot of the printer installs don't require a restart. And then just go ahead and test it. That client, that individual that had that problem, they followed my instructions to a T, pun intended, with the print UI, //s /t2 command. They followed my instructions to a T, and they responded, and they said that they're able to print. And they also gave me an evaluation, a high enough evaluation that I was paid for my time. So this is a very common problem, even on Macs, but I don't want to digress about Macintosh. Any other tips before I run? Just look for the two errors that you may get. The one where it says that the printer is in use. I don't know why the fuck when you run the software removal, even the icon, the little print queue, the icon to get to the print queue, a lot of times that's still running, and then I don't think the driver gets, sometimes, I would say a lot of times the driver just doesn't get removed properly until you restart, and that should remove everything. And I don't use like CClean or anything like that. I normally don't have to. Normally these 3 steps is the proper way to remove and reinstall a printer in Windows 10, and a lot of times it fixes the problem. Now, because it's a software problem, I'm not talking about hardware problem now. I'm talking about your printer is just fine. There's no errors, there's no orange lights, there's no red lights, there's no, blaring, brr, brr, brr. There's no B200, there's no Canon B200 proverbial bull error just blinking and staring. No, the printer is fine. It's the software on Windows 10 becomes corrupted and the driver becomes corrupted. So, well, hopefully you'll be able to solve your problem and get your brother printer work. Remember, your boss, that asshole or bitch, they want their TPS report turned in by 9 a.m. tomorrow, and your printer isn't working, and so you're on a deadline, pun intended. I want to see you eat in America. With that, when your boss fires your ass because you didn't turn in your TPS report on time, and it's all your fault because the goddamn printer quit working just out of nowhere. Adios.